start off with a myth. What really is a pyramid scheme? Because I talked about it in the title when I announced I'm going to do a live. What is a pyramid scheme? Do they exist? Are network marketing pyramid schemes? Are multi-level marketing's pyramid schemes? Let's find out. So what is a pyramid scheme? So to most society, and there's the concept of a Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme, they're a little bit different. And a Ponzi scheme basically simply means that there is money that is being given to someone, obviously, because we only interact monetarily with other human beings via bank account, credit card, doesn't matter. It's still going to somebody else's account number. So your numbers in your bank are transferred to another bank number. So this is the concept of fiat money. It's just produced out of thin air, and they're just digits that are transferred from one account number to another account number. So they're just digits, right? So nobody really has the cash to prove it. Anyway, we're not going to go there today, but so the concept of fiat money just means there's no backing, there's no gold standard, there's no aluminum standard. It's not worth absolutely shit. And that's a fact. Now, so in a Ponzi scheme, that simply means that somebody's giving their money to somebody else, but they're getting nothing in return. There's no product or service to back up this money. That is called Ponzi. You get the point. Am I going to spell it out? Cool. So now let's move on. Oh, that was a bad marker. It left, it's leaving, what the? Get out of here. Bad marker. Switching out the blues. Told you guys I have a blue blue marker deal. So now we're going to break down the concept of pyramid. What is a pyramid scheme, right? So a pyramid scheme, What is a pyramid scheme? Well, pyramid, as you guys know, and there's a reason why they're called pyramids, because they look like a pyramid, right? In a pyramid environment, it has to take this shape. Otherwise, it would be a cube or a rectangle scheme. Ooh, that's pretty cool, rectangle scheme. Is that a pyramid scheme? No, it's a bubble scheme. It's a circle scheme. See, there you go. You're welcome. You just learned something else today. So what is a pyramid scheme? Well, technically, what is being said is that at the top, there is a person that makes the most money, or makes all the money, is what the concept is out there. So if there's one person that makes all the money off of this group, this team, etc., well, then let's look at what that means. Let's look how that happens. So then technically there would be another layer here of more people, right? All I'm doing right now is just building out the pyramid. Then I'm going to do another level here with even more people, right? And we can keep filling in and keep going. Do you get the point? Now, the pyramid's not full. And I'm sure, I don't even know if there's a bottom to any pyramid. There could be. Let's assume there is for this drawing, because I don't have extra whiteboard. I would have to go into the floor. You get the point? Let's keep going now, because it has to be another layer. So now you got more people, right? So I'm just going to do dots because they're faster. Boom. You got more people on fourth level, whatever that means, right? But now we're not done. We're going to keep going, because there have to be more people on the level below that one, right? Hence making the pyramid the pyramid. So far, it's just a pyramid. A scheme would be if somebody's truly making all the money on top. True? That's what a scheme is, that this guy set up this whole game, or this whole thing, this whole business, for him to make the most money. Da, 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 da. More people, more people, more people, more people, more people, da, 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 right? See, I also sing to you guys. You're welcome. Okay, so you got more people at the lower level, technically making this guy money. That would be the scheme, because not everybody's equal. Not everybody has the same opportunity. That would be a scheme. But now, hold on, because there's another level, right? I apologize for the crooked lines. Bam. So what do we have here? More people, right? So as we have more people on this level, how do we decipher whether this is... that was Bob right there. Bob. So we have a whole pyramid right there. There's a pyramid. One person at the top, a few more under that guy, a few even more under that level, even more, even more, even more, even more. And that pyramid concept keeps growing. Click clock. So what makes this a scheme? As we said, if this person here, guy, gal, doesn't matter, if that person is making the most money out of the whole situation, well, then this would be technically a scheme because these people don't have the same opportunity to make as much money as that person. True or true? This is where you say, true, Andre, you are correct. All right, now, where in the world do we have these situations? Well, if you've ever owned a business, if you're a business owner, if you work for a business, well, if you work for a corporation, if you work for literally any single business that has an owner or somebody that's in charge called the CEO, etc., right? Well, where would the CEO fall in this picture? Down here? No. Here? No. How about here? Yes. So all of a sudden now, this guy here, guy, gal, again, the human being, just became the CEO. The CEO, how many CEOs does any single company in the world have? How many? What? Oh, just one, right. So there's one CEO at the top. We just peeked out the pyramid. So let's say, I'm not going to go into craziness, but I know GM right now is shutting down plants and laying off 14,000 people. But somehow, miraculously, the CEO was able to get a bonus in this closing bullshit as they closed down 4 plants in the USA and laid off 14,000 people. She's able to get a freaking bonus, salary bonus of $25 million. I'm sorry, what? What? Oh, that's called a scheme? Right. Watch what happens. So here's, and you know, CEOs, it really, obviously you understand that it depends, but by the time they get their salary, their bonuses, their stock options, their car allowance, their, you know, oxygen allowance, their private jet allowance, you know, they could be making anywhere from, you know, $500K a year, God, to, you know, it could be in the millions, right? So I'm just going to say millions. And this is not shy. I mean, this is reality. Well, there's one person making that money. Let's go to the next level. Who is underneath the CEO? Well, you're going to have all the other guys, gals. You're going to have the CFO. You're going to have the CMO. You're going to have the COO. On and on and on. I can go with so many O's, it's surreal. But these people, do you think they make as much as a CEO? No. No, they don't make as much as a CEO because there's only one chairman. There's only one badass. There's only one person that's at the top. Watch what happens. These guys are going to make less, right? So I'm just going to say here, dollars less. Who is underneath this level? Well, technically you're going to have a bunch of presidents, right? The president of this and the president of that department and the president of the other department. And this is the president of the president on the associate. You get the point? So now we have a bunch of presidents. Do you think they make as much as the CFO, CMO, COO, or the CEO? The answer is no. Ding, 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 ding. So I'm going to say even less money. Right? They're making less money than the CFO, CMO, COO, and all of these guys are making less than the CEO. Exciting? If this excites you, I'm going to keep going. Who's underneath the presidents, right? We're going to have vice presidents. So I'm going to call them VPs. VPs, do you think they make as much or more than these guys? No, that's why they're vice president, right? So vice president, I'm going to say even less money. What do you have under VPs? What happens, I mean, because, you know, VPs are, I'm vice president of the marketing department. I'm vice president of human resources, VP of sales. Awesome. So as your VP of sales, you're going to have things under you. What are these people called? They're going to call managers. Because managers will manage clusters of people, right? Listen, we're in the people business. Everybody's in the people business. I don't care how you bend this. We're talking about people. We're all in the people business. It takes a team of people to make any business work. It just does. Any business out there takes a team of people, even if it's just one. It goes like, oh, I'm working online. Awesome. Still takes people, right? To set it up, to click, it still takes people. You get the point, right? Because you're smart. VPs have what? Managers. So I'm going to do MGR as managers. Do you think the manager is making equal or more than these guys? You know the answer by now, no freaking way. So with that said, here comes the less, right? They're making less than this guy. These guys are making less, and you can see who's making the money at the top. So far, all I'm doing is building a pyramid that involves a lot of people, and money trickles up. Watch what happens. Let's keep going. Managers manage what? People, right? So now you have the next level of stuff, and you know, in order to bring the business in, you're going to have a sales team. Once a sales team brings it in, who handles that, right? So you have now you have different levels of staff, and I could keep going on the levels. It could be going forever. On the different levels of employees, because everybody's an employee here, right? Everybody can get fired. Keep that in mind. Everybody can get fired outside of possibly the CEO if he owns the company and places himself as a CEO and does not have a board to answer to. He's the man or the woman. Cool or cool? Everybody say cool. All right. So now we got more people, right? So I'm just going to go into employees. Employees, another level of employees. And by now I think you understand that everybody, as you go down the tier, everybody's making less and less and less. Can this person here become the CEO? The answer is actually yes. But now let's look at the odds. What are the odds that this person here, probably making 40 grand a year, and please understand, all this is hypothetical. Don't call me and say, well, no, that person in sales is going to make 80 grand a year. It's really not the point here. You get the point. I hope you get the point. If you don't get the point, then you maybe call me and ask me, hey, what's the point? But let's say this guy makes here, when I say guy, that's just my form of speech, guy, gal. This person here is making about 40K a year. This person here is making about 30K a year, right? So 30K. And as you go up the ladder, you can see that the CEO makes the most money. So if the CEO is making the most money, and this person can become CEO, what are the odds of this person anywhere in here becoming CEO? Slim to probably none, but it is possible. So we cannot rule out the fact that yes, with some kind of miracle that this person down here that's an employee at 40K a year has learned what it takes to run this machine, has learned what it takes to be a CEO, has learned how to negotiate deals, hire, fire, right? So this concept of growth, and this happens in any business, in any life, and that's why I say it is possible, because there are the stories like once a decade where, you know, I started off as the janitor, I was in the mail room, and then all of a sudden, poof, I became the CEO. I've heard those stories, slim to none, right? So don't bank on that is my point. Don't go get a job because you're going to become the CEO. If you want to become a CEO, go freaking be a CEO, which we'll talk about that in a minute. Any questions? Let me see what's happening on this side. I'll be right back after these messages. Okie dokie. Awesome. So I'm going to keep going because I'm committed to taking this all the way to the end. Now, we have one person making all the money. So if this person is making all the money, this is now called corporate America. Corporations. Corporations that have one CEO, they have different layers of management and then different layers of support. You see the pyramid? You see how it's shaped? Do you see how there's only one? And I know some of you are going to disagree. That's not true. I don't care. My opinion. So there's one person there making the biggest money of all. So what that means is that this is a scheme. Because as long as you believe that you're a VP and you cannot get to CEO, then you're controlled at this level. So you wake up every single day, you call it 5 a.m. I know people that get up at 4 a.m. So let's say your day starts at 5. You wake up, do your shower, shave, blow dry your hair, females, whatever you do, makeup, etc. Then you have some coffee, then maybe breakfast if you have time, and then you start commuting. The commute for some takes 20 minutes, for some takes an hour and a half to get to work. And then you go give yourself to this person for 8 hours a day, maybe sometimes more, and then you are collecting your whatever your level of income is, because as long as you're there, you agree. Please keep this in mind. As long as you're showing up to this job, you agree that that's what you're worth. You agree that that's what your life is worth. So watch what happens. So, excuse me. You woke up at 5, you get to work by 8 a.m., you start the day, you're now, let's say, off at 5 p.m., right? Or depending on your lunch, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever. But let's call it 8 hours of work plus an hour lunch, which is now 9 hours. You're 9 hours at this thing, right? I just erased something. You're 9 hours at this thing, but remember, you woke up at 5. So before you got to work, there are 3 hours that technically are not counted for. You don't get paid for that shit. You don't get paid for the, waking up like 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. when actually the clock starts for your money. You don't get paid for that. That's just you giving your time to these people, to this person, just so he can make a bunch more bonuses and a bunch more stock options, and you get the point? So now there are 3 hours here, right? So I'm gonna do this in parentheses. And now, guess what? You gotta go back home because you're done with your day at 5, right? 5 p.m. you go home, so let's say another hour and a half commute on the way home because there's traffic, especially in LA and the bigger cities. So now 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. That's another 1.5 hours in parentheses. So you're at 4.5 hours you're giving to the system just to be able to work for them for 8 hours. You're more than 50%, because if you put your 8 hours that you get paid for, right? So I'm gonna put $sign next to the 8 hours, but you're putting 4.5 hours into this 8 hours just to be able to collect that paycheck. So I'm gonna go deeper, because what society teaches us is to focus on, well, how much do you make an hour? What's your salary per year? So, and that's where it's such a freaking illusion. It's a lie. And that's why I call it a freaking scheme, because you're sold this bullshit. But the problem is you believe it. So as long as you believe the bullshit and you show up to this 40K a year position, that's on you. That's your choice. It's your life. You're doing this sometimes unconsciously. You just think, well, this is the right thing to do. This is, I got to get my job, got to feed the kids. Bullshit. There are different ways to do it. There are much better ways to do it. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to keep going here because I really want to drive this point deep so you get the point of this person making all the money. Okay? Making the biggest money. Not all the money, because the money is definitely spread out, but it gets thinner at the bottom. It's lonely at the top. Do you see why they say it's lonely at the top? There's only one person making that kind of money. So we're now 12.5 hours into the day. So let's take, I need, what do I need? I got to do some calculations. Hang tight, don't move. I need a little calculator. All right, so check this out. So let's say that you took a job for $40,000 a year, and and 8 hours, right? So $40,000 divided by 8. What am I looking to do? Hold on, because I want to be very specific. A year, got it. So hang tight. So we're going to do this. Clear. Here, bear with me. I have a point. So we're going to go with that. So where are we at? 40,000 divided by. So at $40,000 per year, watch what happens. So I'm going to erase this, right? You got the point? We're talking about you work for 8 hours, you get paid for 8 hours, but you got to put another approximately, and you're going to have your own digits. So it could be more than that, it could be less than that, but you're getting paid for 8 hours. So I'm going to erase this so I can show you numbers as to what happens with your money that you think you're getting and changing your life. It's a trap, and I want you to get out. So watch what happens. At 40K per year, and you know how much you make. If you make 80 grand, great. If you make $150, awesome. Run your own numbers to see reality. So out of 40K per year, you're working 8 hours per day. That's what this 8 represents, which means that you're per year for the 40K, you're working 2,080 hours, right? That's up there, 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, there's some time off. Sometimes you work more, blah, blah, blah. I'm giving you guys a general mathematical equation for you to figure out how much you're really getting paid. So if we're working 8 hours per day, now I'm going to do the same calculation where I'm going to add the 4.5 hours that it takes for you to get ready, go to work, come back from work, so you can actually have your life happen into the equation. So now what we're going to do is going to do 12.5 times I'm going to do that here. Bear with me. So 12.5 times 3250. So now you're going from 2,080 hours per year to 3,250 hours per year. Because that's really reality. But society doesn't teach us this stuff, right? Your CEO, your managers, your owners of the company are not talking about this. They're just talking about, hey, the value that you bring to me as a business owner, as a CEO, for the 8 hours that you work, you're worth 40K a year, which means $19. Sorry, this was 19 bucks an hour. I forgot to put that down. 19 per hour. Cool. So at 40K a year, doing your 8 hours a day, you're worth to the company 19 bucks an hour. Right? And again, as long as you show up, you agree. So if you agree that your value that you're bringing to this business, your life, because you put in 8 hours into something, you just lost 8 hours of your life. So you're exchanging your time for dollars. We're going to talk about how we can turn that into creating value. If you can create value, then now your return can be exponential. I'm going to keep going. So now at 3,250, so now we're going to take the same 40K. There's no K in the calculator, just saying. So I was actually looking for 40 and then K. Not there. You just got to put zeros in. All right, so 40,000 now divided by 3,250. You're now making 12 bucks an hour. Ooh, 12 bucks an hour. Check this out. So here, you are literally making $12.30. This, my friends, is what you're worth. Who's excited? Oh, but you have, oh, I'm sorry, wait, you gotta have your car? Oh, so there's expense? Oh, shit. Hold on, let's go deeper. Let's take this puppy deeper. So you gotta have a car. Let's say now your car payment I don't know, we're just gonna pick a number, 500 bucks a month, right? So you gotta have that car to get to work, or you Subway, or you Uber, or you train, or there's some kind of an expense, right? It could be 200 bucks a month, it could be 500 bucks a month, but where does that come from? It comes from here. Hold on a second. Hold it. Wait a minute. I forgot about something huge. If you're technically clearing this, meaning after all that crap that we just went through, you're basically getting paid $12.30 an hour. When do you pay taxes? When do taxes come out? So as an employee, as a W-2 environment, you do all this crap, they take your taxes out, and then you take home whatever's left over, right? So out of the 12.3, I'm gonna keep going. That's why America's broke. It's right here. It's a freaking pipe dream. It's false, it's fake, and it's a freaking scheme. Watch. 12.30, taxes come out, right? So after taxes, I don't know what's left over, but let's assume 30% of your money comes out, right? So if 30% of your money comes out of this number, because that's what you still get paid. This is just cost factor per hour, right? I hope you get the point. But let's take 20%, 30% out of the 19. That's gonna be a good, $5.50. We'll go to 6. So you're taking home 13 bucks an hour. So after taxes, you are $13 per hour that you got paid. This is take home cash. Who's excited? So if you're taking home 13 bucks an hour, now let's start deducting travel, right? So if we take out travel, actually I'm gonna do something else really quick. So 13 bucks an hour, because I actually wanna take this thing home, baby. Watch, calculator. So if we're at 13 bucks an hour, times 320 hours per month. Hold on a second. What am I doing? Bam. Bam. So, funny enough, it brings us back to 2080. So you're taking home, actually per month, $2,080, which means about $520 per week. Cool? What are you gonna do with that money? What are you possibly gonna do with $500 a week? You gotta now travel, right? So you have car expense. I'm gonna say car/travel. What's left over? Because listen, nobody teaches us to think this way. They say go to college, get a degree, get a job. I don't even know the stat anymore, but it's 90-some% of people that go to college, they come out with debt. What a concept. Did you know that this wasn't a thing many years ago in the 60s and 70s? It was introduced in the 70s to actually go to college and come out with debt. It was actually, this is all by design. When you see that the whole world revolves on money, not just around money, but it's on money, it's all by design. So kids, 18, finished high school, I'm gonna go to college. Most of them have debt. They come out with debt of 30 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand, depending on what level degree they got. And then statistically, today, over 68% of people that graduate with some kind of a degree don't ever work in that freaking degree. Waste of money, you're welcome, just taught you something else. I'm not saying not to go to college, but I'm saying don't go to college. What? That means something very specific. If you have questions about that, get a hold of me. So now at a car and travel, we gotta now start taking things out, right? And it gets deeper because I can go into so many taxes here, right? You gotta drive this car, so you gotta pay what? You gotta pay the DMV a tax, right? So the car now has cost and travel. Then you're gonna have gas, right? For that car, maintenance. I'm gonna put maintenance here. Then you're gonna have a DMV per year, right? You got to pay your freaking DMV, the right to drive. If you look around and see how many ways you're taxed, it will blow your mind. But we don't think of it as taxes. It's just, it's just what I got to do because I live in California or New York or Chicago and I got to pay my thing. Well, if you really stop to think, you're being raped all the way to the freaking bank. And that's why America's broke. So I can keep going. And what I would show you guys is that there's more month. I'm going to do it in red, because it's exciting. This is exactly why there's more month left at the end of paycheck. Make sense? Agree? Disagree? That's just fact. That's just, these are numbers. They don't lie. And I'm sure some of you are like, oh my God, but it's not like that. For me, it's different. Bullshit. If you're in a JOB, this is reality. Are there some that are very diligent about this and frugal with their money and organize their money? Absolutely. Thank you, Tammy. She lent me her phone so I can have calculator. Come say hi to people. No? Back to the numbers. So, this, my friends, is a pyramid scheme. If you did not know what a pyramid scheme was before, you're welcome. Remember, Ponzi is different. Ponzi is where there's an exchange for of monies for nothing. There's no return. So if you give somebody money and they don't give you a product or a service, hence Ponzi. Pyramid scheme is the concept where the person at the top makes all the money. Ta-da! I present to you corporate America. I present to you most businesses in the world. Doesn't have to be corporate America. It could be corporate whatever. Do you get the point? As long as you are in this machine, you are agreeing that this is what you are worth. This is what you believe that your time is worth. And I'm telling you, that's bullshit. You know it's bullshit, but here's what happens. We get stuck in these ways. We get stuck in, yeah, but you know, it's safe because I get the check on Friday. It's safe because, you know, I don't have to go out there and like build my own business. It's safe because I just show up and do my part and everybody else does their part, score. So as long as you think that, hey, you might be in a good place and that might be it for you and that's cool. But if you're like me where we're thinking, man, how do I get more? I wasn't brought onto this planet for this shit, right? We need more. We want more. We want the whatever the money options are there, right? Because having more money in the bank doesn't mean shit. The options you get with that money, the investments you can make, the legacies we can leave, the charity that we can do, the people that we can help, the mouths we can feed, the education that we can provide, right? I'm not getting paid for this, but I love talking about this because this moves me. You know, I'm a foreigner. I was born in Romania, communism, the whole freaking kit and caboodle. Nobody taught me this shit. I had to hit the streets for this. I didn't go to school for this. I had to learn it, right? So everybody can learn. It's a matter of wanting more. So if you're in this thing and you love it, God bless you. If you need out, call me. I'll help you get out. There's always a plan, but it takes a plan. Don't quit your job tomorrow. Oh, Andre said, screw corporate America, I'm out. Don't do that. That's not smart. Be smart. Do something smart. This guy's smart. This gal is smart. You get my point? Make a decision that you want more from life, and then life will start going in that direction. But as long as you stay in fear and you're being held captive by whatever it is that you have fear over, that's on you, right? Nobody can change that but you. Now, let's talk about the next concept called network marketing. There's that notion when people say, man, oh, is that a pyramid scheme? First answer is, do you want it to be? But in reality, I'm going to erase all this. I'm going to start the pyramid all over again, right? I hope you guys got this. Bam, bam, bam. Dun, 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 dun. Happy Saturday, people, wherever you are in the world. Wherever you are in the world, you're welcome. Now, let's go to the pyramid. So in the same concept of the pyramid, people ask me, man, because as you guys know, Tammy and I are very much into network marketing. We own a few businesses, have always been in real estate, will always be in real estate, love real estate. We're launching a tequila brand, launching a champagne brand, launching training systems. I have a coaching practice where I deal with very high-end professionals, business people, charge a bunch of money for it. So with all of that, we love network marketing. I'm going to show you why. So that when people say, well, is that a pyramid scheme? Number one, uneducated. If you're asking if network marketing is a pyramid scheme, you have no idea what you're talking about. And it's just something you heard Uncle Bob say at the barbecue on Saturday. Oh, that thing's a pyramid scheme. I already showed you what a pyramid scheme is, and Uncle Bob works for a pyramid scheme, but somebody taught him to believe opposite. Here's what happens. We're going into, I'm just going to draw the pyramid again. There's a pyramid, and technically the question is, well, in network marketing, you have this guy here, or this gal, right? Just please understand it's a form of speech for me. I'm not looking to insult anyone. I know we're very sensitive today with the words that we use, and I think it's very sad, but anyway, don't take any freaking offense. Move on. There's a person at the top. Technically, this person now starts to build a team, right? As this person builds a team, there are more people at the second level. Technically, right? More people on the third level. I'm going to keep going. Right? More people here. Starting to look like corporate America, but it's not. Here's why. Here's why. I'm going to keep, you get the point, right? More people, and it goes to infinite levels. It just keeps growing. But your question is, well, see, there it is again. Yeah, it's the guy, the gal, the person at the top making all the money. It's right there. It's in plain sight. You guys should have told me my hair is messed up. I cannot believe. Yeah, I have mirrors right there, so I'm good. It looks the same. It's identical. What the frick? Here's the difference. This is in network marketing. This is it's an equal playing field. Anybody can do it. Here's why. So I'm going to remove the word pyramid scheme because I'm going to prove to you why it's not. And I'm going to put up here network marketing. Network marketing. Network marketing simply means that a company, any company, Coca-Cola could turn itself into a network marketing tomorrow if they so choose. All they're talking about is taking their marketing dollars and giving them to a network of people to sell their products. Ta-da! So instead of marketing through billboards, TV ads, sponsorship on the Staples Center, bus, side of a bus, radio, TV, blah, 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 they're saying, no. We're going to take the billions and trillions of dollars, give it to a network of people, and let them do what's called word of mouth. The #1 advertising form in the world today, 2,000 years ago, 5,000 years from now will be word of mouth. Because when you know me, when you know, like, and trust me, and I tell you, got to see that movie, that's just the best thing. Tom Cruise, the man, dropped the mic. Or the restaurant, you got to go. You're going to say, oh my God, Andre said, I'm going. That's the power of network marketing. So they simply just, again, replaced TV ads, billboards, all that crap with giving the same money to people like us that simply want to start a business. So let me quickly explain the concept of network marketing and why it's powerful as opposed to a job. Very simple. And this to me is the simplest way to get into business. So if you have a job or a business that you hate, this is what you want to do. I'm going to explain to you exactly why. And it may not be like we're doing HempWorks and love HempWorks and love CBD. We're in the hottest trend in the world today, in the best company. But maybe for you, it's you want to sell toothpicks. I don't care. This is all about you changing your life. Do something different. If you're not satisfied, if you wake up with anxiety, chest heavy, when Sunday night comes around, it's like, oh shit, tomorrow's Monday. Oh, I got to see that person again. If you're waking up like that or going to bed like that, change now, because life doesn't stop, and soon, one day, we're all going to be dead. Make a freaking decision. Watch what happens. So network marketing, everybody comes in to the business the same way. I'm talking about HempWorks. If you choose another company, I don't care. Of course, I want you to work with us in HempWorks, but do what's good for you. Cool? So in HempWorks, for example, it's a $20 one-time fee to become an affiliate with a company. 20 bucks, 20 bucks. That's less than a few cups of coffee. That's less than a good meal at a nice restaurant. That's less than so many freaking things. That's less than a lot of the taxes that we pay. What's this thing where you got to now pay for parking? Think about this. To park on the street that's public, that you're already paying taxes on for public utilities and public roadways and all this bullshit. Now you also got to pay to park on the thing that you already paid for? Ding, 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 ding. Taxes. You're being taxed to freaking death. So I'm going to show you the difference between, remember in a JOB W-2 environment, you go to work, they take your taxes, and then you get to live life on whatever's left over. And that's why there's more month left at the end of the paycheck. In a business environment, you know what happens? Do you know what happens in a business environment? Let me tell you what happens in a business environment. You make your money, you go spend your money, and then you pay taxes on what's left over. I'm going to say it again. In business, you make your money, spend your money, and pay taxes on what's left over. If you need me to say it again, I will. Let me know. It's crucial that you either start a business, start a side hustle. That's what we call it today, a side hustle, because whatever you have going on, don't quit it. Tomorrow, I'm done. Unless you got money in the bank and you can, then get out ASAP. If you can afford to get out today, get out today. Otherwise, stay the course, start a side hustle, and start changing your life. It's gonna take time. Nothing happens overnight. You didn't get into that job overnight, right? You built up, went to school, learned some shit, bam, you got a job. Back to this. So for example, 20 bucks puts you in business with the company, right? Then the company has different packages that they offer. So anything from $69 up to $599, that is up to you what you want to do. And that's all about products. You get products. So anywhere from 69 bucks to $599. The levels simply mean that you're placed at higher tiers of the compensation plan. So the higher you invest in yourself, the higher commissions you'll make. So it's a really cool thing. It's listen, the company doesn't care what you do. The company cares that you change your life. So 20 bucks puts you in business. You now own a business. And let's say this is you right here. You're like, yeah, but I'm down here. This person's making all the money. See, I told you it's a scheme just like corporate America. Bullshit. Here's what happens. Every single human being in this organization is what's called an independent representative of the company, whatever the company is. Again, we're talking HempWorks. But if this person's independent, now this person can outrun this person just simply by creating more sales. So if this person here that happened to recruit these people and these people recruited these people, blah, 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 right? Typical network marketing, and you're building a team. But let's say this person's making $50K a month, right? So this person's like baller, right? $50K a month, that's a lot of money. I don't give a shit who you are. $50K a month is a lot of money, especially when it's residual. Your JOB does not give you residual income. You work, you're trading time for dollars, right? So you work, get paid. If you don't work, do you get paid? No, you don't. In residual income environments, you get paid, right? So for work that you did one time, there's a residual factor to the payments. I'm not gonna get into that today, but it's very, very powerful. Phenomenal leverage. This person's making 50K, right? And whatever their rank is, because in these companies in the compensation plan, you have ranks. So whatever rank they are, cool. But now this person, you, whatever your name is, Bob, Mary, starts making 60 grand a month. Did that person just pass that person up? Yup. Why? Just outworked them, outsold, outbuilt a bigger team, whatever you want to call it. But this person just passed up that person. So, but please understand, this person here has their own team. Cool? And then we go through these levels, and then this person here one day will say, well, yep, I'm making 80 grand a month. Did he just pass him and her up? Sure did. Welcome to network marketing. Boom, this is why it's hot. This is why it's freaking amazing. Any human being that's the age of 18 or over can start a side hustle freaking now. Remember, you get paid. Look, we get paid. Then we spend / invest, you get the point. And then you pay taxes on whatever's left over. Right? That's a business. You get to write all kinds of shit off. So when you say spend, now you get to write off the car, you get to write off certain meals, certain entertainment, you get to write off printing costs, you get to write off, But again, talk to your accountant about this and your lawyer. I'm not giving you financial or accounting advice. I'm just telling you what I know, what works for us, but you get to write off a chunk of your home if you have an office, a home office. All of a sudden you're a home-based business. What? Check your state laws, see what benefits there are, see what you can do to get a lower tax bracket because you're doing that. Get involved, change your freaking life. I guess that's my message here. We're going into 2019. Do something, change your life, take action. Because money is the thing that is running your life today, right? We all want more because everybody either wants to be rich or feel rich. Everybody. So if you just want to feel rich, you're going to go do some stupid shit that feels good in the moment. Oh my God, if I'm feeling rich, right? My friends see me as I'm rich. Or you can actually do what's hard, do the work to actually become rich, become wealthy, gain assets. Get my point? Okay, so I have just proved to you that network marketing is a phenomenal freaking business model. I showed you why the corporate America and traditional corporations and businesses are the actual pyramid schemes, because the guy at the top makes all the money. Guy, gal, stop it. And this is now what you can do with network marketing. Tammy and I are 5 months and 3 weeks, actually, just to be very exact, in HempWorks. And we are, as of this last Thursday, so 2 days ago, we're at $121,000 cash money in the bank account. $121,000 in under 6 months in the bank account. I'm going to say it again. $121,000 in the bank in the last 5 months, 3 weeks, under 6 months. I'm not saying you can do the same. I'm saying that you can either do more or less or the same. I don't care. You have to want more. We can show you the way. You know where to find me. I hope you understand this model. You want to get paid, then you want to spend, write off, invest, and then whatever's left over, you pay taxes on. That's the difference between business and the JOB. 1099 as opposed to W-2. Again, anybody in the team can surpass anybody else. Hence, network marketing. We build teams through the network, which means word of mouth, and every single person can do this as long as you're willing to talk to people. If you're not willing to talk to people, that's okay. Today we have the internet. Can you type? You're in business. It's that simple. With that said, my friends, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. 2019 is, today's the 8th, December 8th, so we're 22 days away from 2019. Phenomenal timing and opportunity to do something different, to change whatever situation you have going on. All you have to do simply is make a decision. It's going to be hard. Listen, I get it. It's going to be hard. Oh my God. I have to text people. I have to put the thing on Facebook. Listen, change your life. If the priority of changing your life is bigger than your excuses and your fears, then you're going to make something happen. But as long as you stay cozy in that JOB and stay cozy with that paycheck, because here's what happens. Every Friday you get paid. It's like, it's an addiction. The society has created an addiction in the way people get paid and in the way they become broke 2 days later. Listen, I talk to so many freaking people, thousands of people per year, and I get so many messages from people. It's like, yeah, I'm in. I want to do this business, but I get paid Friday, then I got to pay bills and see what's left over. I'm not kidding you. I have this freaking conversation so much, you guys, and it's sad. But at the end of the day, it's their choice to be there. You follow me? It's their choice to stay there. So making a choice to do something different and have a different result in 2019 is only up to you. We're here to help you. Anything we can do to be a part of that journey with you guys, would love to. Happy 2018, because it's almost over. I hope it was amazing for you guys. For us, it was freaking phenomenal. And soon enough, I'll be doing these lives from Europe, going through Paris, Budapest, all over Romania. So we'll be, you'll see some stuff, some food, some wine. Hey, okay. Love you guys. Peace out.